Hi guys, welcome to episode 19. I hope everybody enjoyed their Memorial Day weekend. I don't know if you guys saw, but last weekend I uploaded 2 mixes. I made one on Saturday, which was a deep house mix. I try to get like some vocals and try to get an outdoor day party / barbecue feel. So I named that one Barbecue, or Memorial Day Barbecue, or something along those lines. And then I felt inspired from that, so on Monday I recorded what I called the After Hours mix, where I went for more like mellow techno and after hours, and just more like deep, thoughtful tracks. So check those out, link down below to that. And today I have no theme other than I'm gonna go over some records that I picked up during quarantine so far. And the first one was actually a gift to me from Matt Salcido. I mentioned Matt before. Matt designed and built single-handedly the Discogs enhancer. So if you're using Google Chrome and you don't have the Discogs enhancer, you want to check that out. The enhancer, basically, you quickly just plug it into Chrome. It's free, and it makes Discogs better. Discogs hasn't really invested in their GUI or their UI. Really, they haven't made very many changes over the years, or they do at a very snail's pace. Matt has been just taking ideas from his own brain, other people, and incorporating them into into this tool that he built, and it's got at least 30 or 40 features now. So definitely check that out, and again, link down below. But Matt, he gifted me this really nice record, and this is something that was in my want list for a while. This is E.R.P's Ancient Light EP, and I love this because it has Hubble Space Telescope imagery on it. Matt and I were trying to figure out what this nebula is here on the cover. I wasn't able to figure it out from a reverse Google image search, but maybe somebody that knows a little bit about space can tell me what this is. I would love to know. My favorite track on here is called Ancient Light, and here's a clip of that. Ancient Light is it's very much in line with E.R.P's typical production. I love E.R.P. I'm not an electro person. I probably have 10 electro records in my entire collection, which is about 2,000. So for me, for one to really ring my bell, it has to really be in the sweet spot. And this does it for me. Very atmospheric. It feels like you'd want to maybe put the windows down and drive around and listen to it. And so a little bit of sci-fi twinge to it. The whole EP is pretty good, but for me, Ancient Light is the pick. So check that out. And thanks again, Matt. Next up is a record on a label that I started following in probably only the last 2 years, but this is a label that you want to check the catalog, and you know, if you have some spare time, just go through the whole catalog. It's AE Recordings, and I think it's called Deeper Wrestling is the name of the EP. There's 4 different artists on here. The track that I like the most is Ohm Octal Industries. Here's a clip. That track, it's really smooth and deep. Kind of I would say it's maybe slow, deep techno. Maybe you could call it deep house. I think the whole EP is actually really good. My second choice on here would be the SCSI 9 track on the B2. And also Anton Kubikov, another artist that I follow, made a really nice effort on the A1. That track's called When Is Deep. So check that out, and also check out AE's back catalog. They also dropped another one. There was another artist that did one that I really liked. It was Oculus, and he has a track called Nostalgia. And I put that in that After Hours mix. So definitely check that out, and let me know what you guys think. Definitely a label to subscribe to on Juno if you want to keep tabs on them. Next up is a record that I picked up. I've wanted this for a long time. I didn't buy it initially because when it came out on Juno, this posted as a double pack for $52 or something along those lines, and I couldn't buy it on the grounds that it was too expensive, and I kind of dug my heels in and protested, and it came back to bite me because it turned out to be Deepchord's possibly best album or best release ever, if not top 5, and the price went through the roof. Now recently on Facebook, Astral Industries, not Astralworks, announced that they're going to be repressing this in 2021. I guess that triggered some people to sell into the marketplace on Discogs, and I made a lowball offer to the one guy, and I honestly didn't think he was going to take it, and he countered, and I got this for a pretty good price, and it was in VG Plus condition. Only had one little scrape on it, but one of Deepchord's best. And I'm going to take the vinyls out of the pack here so you can get a look at these. They're really good. These are like 15-minute jam sessions that, you know, it's Rob with you know, kind of a clubby kick drum, club dub, I guess you could call it. And, you know, he takes a loop and works it, manipulates it for a good, you know, 15 minutes or so, and kind of, look how nice these are. And he just kind of hypnotizes you. I feel like the mood for these is when you just had a good day, you're already feeling nice, but you're a little bit tired too. That's when this is like evening music, or maybe like early morning with your coffee. You just want to like settle into your couch when you listen to these. I'm a huge fan of Deepchord. I have probably 2/3, if not 3/4 of all of his records. I think especially since he departed from Echo Space and just did his own thing, and he got away from the washy sounds and got more like a little bit punchy and aggressive, it started doing it for me more as compared to like 2007 Deepchord / you know, Stephen Hitchell collaborations. I like those, but these are like definitely doing it for me, whereas something like Deepchord Grand Bend, for example, not really my jam. Check this out. Hang out. I would say just hang out and wait for the repress, because you're probably gonna have to spend $100 to $200 to get this at this point. I got lucky because I made a lowball offer and I didn't think the guy was actually gonna accept it. But this is the first Deepchord record I think I talked about, but it's definitely not gonna be the last. I had somebody request that I do a Deepchord's Greatest Hits episode, so I might try to put one of those together. I'm just not sure how I'm gonna cull that down to 5 records. It's going to be a huge challenge to try to just pick 5. Next up, last record, a label that I consider to be very prolific and just super consistent. This is Sushi Tech, and this is Roger Gerressen's Mono Aware album. This came out in 2017. Sushi Tech is basically material for opening sets or late night. It's either early or late. You're not playing this stuff in the middle of the night. It's generally mellow, very long, drawn out, like 8 to 10 minute tracks. They touch on dub techno, tech house, and techno, and kind of like weave their way in between there. You usually get thick plates, cool cover art, you know, this black and gray subdued aesthetic that they kind of bring, and I think it kind of fits the music. This is music that you want to play to warm up the crowd, or maybe ease them into a night, but it's not going to blow the roof off. That is my wheelhouse, though. I consider myself to be an opening DJ. I don't really like playing peak time buildy kind of tracks. It's just not who I am. The track that I like here on this is it's the Untitled number 4, I think it's called. Somebody recommended that on Discogs, and I listened to it, and I said, I agree, that is a very nice track. If you want to know what Sushi Tech sounds like, listen to Untitled number 4 on this, and that's like a pretty good representation of Sushi Tech. I mean, there's also, if you want to look at other Sushi Tech records, check out Eric Miller's Flora double pack. There's some nasty ones on there, and also the Delano Smith from Silence double pack. There's a few others. I think Delano Smith, Odyssey, and Cascade also have some winners on there. But if you want to spend a few hours one night and a couple $100, go through Sushi Tech's back catalog, and you'll come up with some winners. You can go all the way back to the beginning if you want. That's all I have for today. I hope you guys are enjoying summer kicking off, and take care of yourselves. Have a good weekend. See ya.